While hair waxes come in a variety of shapes and sizes, they all tend to have a similar purpose: to hold your hairstyle in place and offer a natural look in the process, as opposed to the wet, crispy look you often get with products like hair gel. I remember when I was younger at school, I used to use the terrible, generic slimy wax. That stuff was a disaster. Luckily these days we've got much better options like the wax from our video sponsor Dadood. In this video, I'm going to show you the best way to use a hair wax like this one to get some awesome results with your hair. This routine is fast and works well with most hair types. Firstly, for optimal results, you'll want to begin with clean, dry hair. You can either let your hair dry naturally or use a hairdryer. I find the latter provides the best results and helps to maintain more volume in the hair, especially when used in combination with a pre-styling product such as a sea salt spray. You can use wax with wet hair, but most of the time it tends to leave a wet look when you do this, similar to a gel, so I wouldn't recommend going down that route. When choosing how much wax to use, I recommend starting with a small amount first. One of my favourite things about the wax is that a tiny fingertip amount like this is easily enough to hold all of my hair in place. Remember, if you're starting with a small amount like this, you can always go in again and add extra if you need to, whereas if you use loads, then you can't undo it. So start with a fingertip and work from there. If you've got really long hair, it might be worth starting with a little bit more. Next, spread the product between your hands for a few seconds. This will help the product to disperse evenly when you apply it to your hair, and this prevents clumps of product from being visible in the hair. For short hair under 3 or 4 inches, I'd recommend applying the product straight into the roots. This will ensure a strong base hold from beneath, allowing your hair to stand up for longer. For longer length hair, you may want to brush over the surface of the hair first and then apply to the roots after. Just make sure that all areas are covered. Now it's time to shape your hair into the position and style you want. I'd recommend using your hands for this as it's really easy. There's no need to be too cautious here, be confident and get right in there. You can use light scrunching and sweeping motions depending on the look you want. Some guys get nervous about ripping hairs, but in reality, your hair is stronger than you think. But if you're after a more formal look with a parting for instance, using a brush or comb to neaten things up may be an option too. I usually go with some form of comb or round brush. Overall, I love styling with the wax because one application provides a super strong hold and leaves a nice matte finish, meaning it looks totally natural in the hair whilst giving great performance. I've been recommending this product for years before they sponsored any content on this channel. If you want to grab some yourself to try out, then there's a link to it in the video description. To secure your hair in place for the full day after using wax, you can also use a finishing product to add extra hold. For this, I'd recommend using either a hairspray or hair powder, depending on which you prefer. You simply either spray or sprinkle into place, and with the hair powder you just then have to rub it into the hair a bit. And that's it, your hair's sorted. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more fashion and hair guides, press the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.